church began on St Mark's in 1884 and it was consecrated by the Archbishop of York in 1885 with the foundation stone laid by the Countess of Warncliffe. 9 years prior to this, any religious activity would have been undertaken at the church school. It was allegedly designed by Reverend John Evelyn Stace, who was create in charge of Grenoside for 28 years, from 1877. It is believed he actually designed this church in honour of his late wife. The Stace family were a family of great importance and were originally from Handsworth and had been since the Tudor times. John Evelyn Stace lived at Greno Lodge on Greno Gate. He was reportedly very involved with the community and once was said to have seen a man hitting a child with the belt and thought he had to intervene and actually attacked the man using his walking stick. Now, it was reported that John Evelyn Stace oversaw the construction of St Mark's every day. It was also reported that he was the one who led the financial charge to have St Mark's built, as he was the one who inspired the community to raise the £1,800 that was necessary to have this church constructed. £1,800 back then, by the way, roughly comes to about £151,000 in today's money. No small amount of money. Now, it was also in 1888 that John Evelyn Stace got a window made by Kemp installed, along with the organ. John Evelyn Stace died in 1905 following heart complications during surgery. The old vicarage on Main Street was actually paid for by local subscription, costing around £1,173, which is roughly around £91,000 in today's money, and was named the Stace Memorial Vicarage. Technically, St Mark's was also built as a chapel of ease for Ecclesfield, with the chapel of ease being a place of worship for those who could not get to their local parish church. 50 years after St Mark's was made accessible to the public, there was actually a big celebration held here to commemorate the opening of the church, showing that St Mark's has been a big part of the local community for well over a century. There are, however, two other places that were very vital but very different to what we're seeing today that were also a big part of the community and have been for some time. Grenoside Recreation Ground was originally known as The Moor and is a 10-acre field that was acquired by the Wortley District Council in 1926. Now, there were discussions and a demand for a recreation ground as early as 1921, although the first formal meeting to discuss this didn't happen until 1923. The need for a recreation ground arose from children having nowhere to play and the roads becoming quite dangerous. The first formal meeting to discuss this was in 1923, and owing to some deliberations, work didn't commence on the grounds until 1926. There were also a few upsets along the way, such as in 1927 when work had to stop for around a year owing to funding issues, and plans for things such as a bowling green and tennis courts being scuppered owing to issues with the size of the land. Nonetheless, Grenoside Recreational Ground opened in 1929 and it had its first formal open-air meeting in 1931. It has seen things such as quarries in the 1960s and is now a great place for the local people of Grenoside to come and enjoy and be one with nature. Known locally as the Top Red, the old Red Lion Inn was made out of several cottages into a coaching inn thanks to its stables in the mid-1700s, making the old Red Lion one of the oldest pubs not only in Grenoside but in the whole of the Ecclesfield parish in general. Just along Main Street there is the Angel, originally recorded as the Angel Inn and first recorded in newspapers in 1852, meaning there's been a huge community here in Grenoside for not only centuries but also for centuries to come.